遅いよ。
ごめん
遅いよ。宗教始まりました。Welcome to my channel. I just want to give a big thanks to everybody that's watching the content, whether you're from the gram, wherever you're watching from. Thank you for watching my content. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to answer some of your questions that you asked me. We got some good English practice. Listen to my English and practice. This is shukudai. Shukudai desu. Noto kakimasu. So I got the questions right here on the gram. We're just going to go over all this stuff, and then we're going to see what they got to say. If you got any more questions, leave them in the comments below. If you want to say anything, just let me know. Let's get right into it. All right, let me look at this. Shushin wa doko desu ka? Bro, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from the A. America Shushin. Boy, stop playing with me. But yeah, I'm from the United States. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. I'm also from South Carolina. I was born in South Carolina, moved to Georgia, moved to Atlanta when I was in like chogaku, like middle school. I moved to Atlanta and then I lived there ever since. So yeah, I was raised in Atlanta. Like I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. Surprisingly, Atlanta does have somewhat of a reputation internationally. I could give y'all some stories about growing up in Atlanta. Like a lot of people ask me if I'm like from the hood or whatever, and I didn't directly live in like the worst part of Atlanta, to be honest, but I do have some experiences in those areas. Like I've seen like the hood, like I know what it's like to be in there. So if y'all guys want to know like stories about my time back in the United States, whether it be Atlanta or university, I think I got some good story times for y'all if you're interested. I did go to like a Yankee school, I guess, so I got some crazy stories that I think you guys would really like to hear. So let me know in the comments, leave a like if you want to like know more about the story times of me and like growing up in Atlanta. 自分日本人のドレッドです。セフルで自分でイカラ編み込みましたみたい人。Okay. So this is a big question, a big controversial topic. Can Japanese people do dreadlocks? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, personally, I don't care that much, but honestly, I don't think you should just trust my opinion. You know, I'm not the only black person. Everybody has their own opinions. Personally, I think it's cool when you try different cultures and stuff like that. But obviously, there's a lot of like history behind it. I made a video on Instagram about that. If you really want to read, I have like the whole history in that Instagram post. But yeah, some people may find it a little strange because it is like our physical features that like, you know, people are kind of imitating, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like my real bodily like hair, you know, just like skin color, eye shape, like this is a part of my body. So some people find that a little bit strange when you try to imitate that. But personally, I understand it's coming from like a point of like, you want to like celebrate a culture that you're really interested in. So personally, I think it's cool when you do it. I think it's really funny. I think it's really interesting. So I say cool for you, but don't just take my word on it. You should ask other black people their opinions on it. You should learn like the history behind that because, you know, back in the day, in America at least, black people were oppressed for having our natural hair. And that didn't really happen in Japan. So it's hard to like get the full context of like why we are so like protective of these styles. But I think it's cool that you're trying it out. Yeah, keep going, bro. Kakushu no hogen toka shiritai desu. Okay, good question. So I would actually be interested in making a series like this. I'm actually about to post the first episode of this where I kind of like recommend rappers based on like where they're from or their accent. Stay tuned. Sukina rappa imasu ka? Hai. So I actually already answered this one, but if you know me, you know my favorite rapper of all time is Childish Gambino. He's my favorite actor. He's my favorite comedian. He's my favorite musical artist all in one. Like he's such a talented individual. He's definitely one of my biggest like creative inspirations. So yeah, Childish Gambino, go stream. Like, I would say like my favorite projects from him is obviously because the internet and then the royalty mixtape. I probably listened to the royalty mixtape so many times. But like, yeah, Childish Gambino is my favorite. Fun fact, this is the exclusive YouTube fun facts. So I'm from Atlanta, right? And Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, is from Atlanta. And actually, when I was in high school, my high school science teacher was neighbors with his mom. So like we're kind of from the same area and stuff like that. And then also another behind the scenes, if you look on Netflix right now, Childish Gambino, he has a TV show called Atlanta. I'm actually the thumbnail for season 4. I forgot the episode number, episode 7 or episode 8. But like, I'm actually in the thumbnail for the Netflix thing because I was an extra on the show. I met Donald Glover before. He filmed like in the area that I lived in, so I got to be in the episode for like 1 second. And yeah, I think the last time I checked Netflix, my face was literally like the thumbnail. Like my particular part is literally on the Netflix thumbnail, which is so crazy because I like grew up idolizing this guy, and now I'm kind of like a part of his cinematic universe, which is so amazing. So yeah, I love Donald Glover. I love Childish Gambino. And yeah, that's where I get the name Troy from because he was in a show called Community and his character was Troy. So yeah, I really look up to that guy. Tsukina bando iru. Not really. I guess the Talking Heads, maybe. My dad really liked the Talking Heads, so I used to play like the cassette tapes of the Talking Heads. I think that counts as a band. I don't even remember. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I used to really like the Talking Heads because that's like all my dad would listen to. And so like, yeah, I literally had the physical cassette tapes of like all their albums and stuff like that. So I guess bando, the Talking Heads maybe. Eiga Maiko mire ni ikimashita ka? I haven't actually. I don't really watch movies that much, honestly, but I really want to. Because like me and my family, we love Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? When I was driving to school, like in the morning, my mom would always put on Michael Jackson. We had every album. So I really like Michael Jackson, but I'm just not really a big movie person. Unless like one of my friends asked me to go to the movies with them, like then I would go. But other than that, I'm not really a big movie guy. I used to watch a lot of TV, not a lot of movies, but I do want to see Michael eventually if it's still out in theaters. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet. Was it good? If anybody thought it was good, let me know in the comments section. Nihon ni kita kikake ga shiritai. Yeah, so this is a good question. So I'm obviously an otaku. I'm a hip hop otaku. I'm an anime otaku. So I've always grown up really liking anime and Japanese culture. I actually got into it via like my dad and my aunt were really big anime fans. They still actually do watch anime a lot. My dad reads manga and stuff like that. So I got into like anime and Japanese culture through them. And then eventually what really made me come to Japan actually, this is actually kind of cringe, but I really like watching YouTube, and I used to watch anime and stuff, and then I would get recommended these like vlogs of people in Japanese high schools. And I was like, dang, I want to go to a Japanese high school. Like, and I was like Googling exchange programs and stuff like that. And at the time, I didn't have enough money and enough time to actually study abroad. So that was something that I really wanted to do in high school. And so I ended up, just going to regular American high school, went to American University. I got crazy stories about American University. But I went to university in America, and then I got an opportunity that said that they would like help me study in Japan if I kept my grades up and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm in Japan now studying at university, and yeah, it's really been really nice so far. I don't have any complaints. I'm still working on learning Japanese more, but so far so good, and we'll just see how it goes from there. Tokyo no club ni asobi ni kimasen ka? Yeah. Invite me. Yeah, so like if y'all got events and stuff y'all want me to pop out at, I'll come, you know what I'm saying? Like I love exploring different parts of Japan. I don't live in Kanto, but I'll travel depending on what it looks like, how big the party I guess is. But just hit me up if y'all want me to do something. I'll pop out. You know what I'm saying? I like to support the local community and things of that nature. So yeah, just let me know. Just let me know if I can make it. I'll try to make it. Temane suru shika nai desu ka? Hatsuon o umaku suru tame ni wa ki. So I would say that like this is what I do to learn Japanese. I'm still learning Japanese. I'm very beginner Japanese, so I think that's what I do. Like I watch anime, drama, listen to Japanese hip hop, and I say that would also like help you learn more the pronunciation and all that stuff. Like I actually gave some recommendations of some influencers that like that like are really good like black influencers if you're really wanting to learn like a Atlanta accent. It's so hilarious that people want to learn like AAVE and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, just listen. Like I'm speaking pretty like neutral like English, like the standard dialect right now. But like if y'all were I don't really talk like AAVE unless I'm talking with people like back home, to be honest. For like many reasons, because you know, obviously in the black community, we are sometimes discriminated against how we wear certain things, how we talk, how we do our certain hair. So normally I just try to like when I'm in a neutral environment, try to do like my neutral accent. But like when I'm at home, like with my grandparents or something like that, you'll hear it come out more. But since I also don't want to go back into the translations and fix every word, I'm just kind of speaking neutral right now. But yeah, just listen to like, you know, people that like are talking more fluidly, more naturally and stuff like that. いわゆる黒人の人の英語を日本人が使うのは okay or not? Okay, so I think it's fine. If you're really trying to learn English, you're going to learn like kokojinben anyway. Like if you really want to get fluent, like because the thing about kokojinben is that it does influence the entire like vernacular. Like a lot of things that people don't even realize, like Americans, they will just assume that it's just popular trending language, but it does a lot of times come from the black community. So if you're learning English, you're just gonna naturally pick up kokojinben, even if you don't already know that it's kokojinben. So like I would say like there's nothing wrong with being from Japan and then like picking up some phrases here and there. But I would say like don't try to like overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Make it feel natural, incorporate it into your everyday life. You don't have to like try to become something you're not. You can just, you know, say normal things, because there's some really nice ways to say certain phrases that just communicate better through kokojinben. So I would just say, you know, incorporate it, you know, start small, but don't like try to overdo it, or don't think it makes you black by saying certain things, you know what I'm saying? So just, you know, I would say just try it out. Try it, start small, and then build your way up, build your way up. アトランタの AAVE が一番聞きにくいと思います。どのくらいで耳が垂れますかね? Very long. I mean, like, not really. Like, Atlanta AAVE is very, like, Pacific. You know, like, not everybody speaks, like, kokojinben that's, like, in the inner city. So, like, some of those people, it's like really hard to understand. But I mean, like, for example, like I'll give you a good example, like Lifestyle by Young Thug. Half the people in Atlanta can't understand what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes like even people like make fun of the Atlanta accent. They say like they have their own language and stuff like that. I mean, sometimes there's certain things that like if they're talking really fast, like I don't really know, I'm like slow down. But like for the most part, for me, it's just kind of implied because I grew up in the black community. I kind of already like know a lot of the things just by virtue of growing up around black people in black neighborhoods with a black family. So most of this stuff, like I like naturally just understand, I guess, just like how you know Japanese. But sometimes, you know, they create new words and stuff that I don't even know. I don't keep up with everything. You know, I'm in Japan right now. They probably made something like a couple months ago that I'm not up to date with. So yeah, I would just say the more you listen to it, the more you'll like understand. So this is actually a good like example of like the previous question kind of, because like you ain't talking about like I can kind of see how like somebody that doesn't know English or kokojinben, they'd be like, what is this? How do you use this? But it's like it's like you're not talking about something, you know what I'm saying? You ain't talking about nothing. Like if someone's just yapping, they're just talking a lot, but they're not really saying anything. They're not really making sense, or they're lying, or they're not really like talking about anything of substance. You ain't talking about nothing, buddy. You ain't talking about nothing, buddy. So it's like stuff like that. It's just like I was never actually like taught this, but you know, growing up in this environment, you're just gonna kind of like know what they're saying. You ain't talking about nothing. He ain't talking about nothing, buddy. Kokojin ga minna kiteru kyoku. You know, there's a lot of black people. So I mean, it's like we don't all listen to the same things, but especially in my region, I've come from the South. There's like obviously hip hop. A lot of people listen to hip hop. A lot of people listen to R&B. R&B is very popular in the Black community in the United States. And then one that Japanese people may not know of is gospel music. Black people listen to a lot of gospel music. 日本人がアメリカに行くと危険。そう。It's safe. I would say it's mostly safe. Like obviously, I can't guarantee your safety as much as in Japan, but I think for the most part, America is pretty safe. Like obviously, like I've been into some I definitely been in some areas where it's like it's pretty rough, you know what I'm saying? Like my dad, he used to work in like one of the craziest neighborhoods in like Atlanta. So I know what the dangerous parts look like for sure. But I would say like as long as you like, you know, stick to the tourist destinations, you know, don't try to start no conflict with nobody. You know, stick to the safe places, you know, the populated areas. You'd be good. I would say though that like something different between United States and Japan is that I wouldn't recommend going out by yourself at night, especially in certain areas. In Japan, I feel like you don't really gotta worry about that. But in America, I would say be careful about doing that. But yeah, other than that, I would say majority of the places are pretty safe and you should be fine. What sports do you like? As I mentioned before in the IG Q&A thing, I do play tennis. I used to be like pretty nationally ranked. Like I had a decent like junior ranking in America, but I don't really play anymore to be honest. So like I really like tennis. I think I'm the best hip hop influencer in, I don't know. Yeah, if you want to play me in tennis, you know, hit me up. I like playing tennis, but I'm kind of retired right now. But yeah, I like basketball as well. I support the Washington Wizards. Shout out Rui Hachimura. I have his jersey. And then I also like American football. American football, I was actually surprised that American football is actually somewhat popular in Japan. Like most countries don't play American football at all, but it's like super popular in America. And I love American football, college and pro. So I'm surprised that people play that here. So yeah, American football, basketball, and then tennis, ichiban, ski. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting question. Okay, Black man no kare no homeru toki ni shiru eru slang wa arimasu ka? This is a funny one. I'm only answering this one because there is like a trend on TikTok where it's like, I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black.
I love you, black. I think if you said that to like a black person, they'd be like, how do you know where that comes from? So like, I mean, I guess that could be one. I wouldn't recommend saying that though. They might be looking at you like kind of crazy if you say that to them, but that was a trend on TikTok. Mama no soufuro recipe no shiritai desu. Yeah. I would love to make like a video of me trying to cook soul food. I'm not a good cook to be honest. I'm still teaching myself how to cook, but I do want to like teach myself how to cook like American food in Japan. So like I'm getting all the stuff that I need, all the ingredients. So I might make a video of doing that, like Kami Kitchen, Troy edition. I don't know. We'll see. Sukina R&B singer to osusume kyoku arimasu ka? Yeah. I don't personally listen to R&B like the most. I mostly listen to just hip hop, but R&B I do listen to sometimes. And I would say my favorite R&B singer would be Brent Faiyaz. And I don't think he's very popular in Japan, but I would say like I do like Brent Faiyaz like a lot. He's from the DMV, so I support DMV because I got family in the DMV. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Brent Faiyaz. And I don't know if I've met a Japanese person that listens to Brent Faiyaz. If you listen to Brent Faiyaz, let me know. You're a real one. You got good taste. But yeah, I would say Brent Faiyaz is probably my favorite R&B artist for sure. どうやって日本語を学びました? Honestly, I haven't. To make it completely like clear, like I just started learning Japanese like seriously starting like this year. Like I went to language school for like 3 months, and yeah, I was starting like very beginner level and stuff like that. So I'm learning. I do kanji every day. I do that bunshou every day. I do the grammar, vocabulary, flashcards, all that I study every day. So hopefully, maybe eventually, I can like one day get to a level where I can like maybe host like a party or a live event, and I can only speak Japanese. That would be like, that's what I would really like to do in the future one day. That would be so cool. But it's gonna take some effort. It's gonna take some time, but I want to get there one day for sure. 今年出たアルバムまたはクラククでお気に入りなの1個くらい今日言ってください。Honestly, off the top of my head, I can't really name them because, like, if y'all know me, I just listen to music on YouTube. So I'm gonna try to post like my top 5 right now. I know Lil Uzi just dropped something that I like. I just heard something from Destroy Lonely that was really good. Like Monster just dropped. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Obviously, like Owe has been doing some cool stuff that I like. Diamond and Teases dropped projects recently. Other than that, I'm trying to think of something more mainstream. I've been listening to a little bit of Lil Baby's new album as well. Yeah, I've been listening to who's this guy? Nuda05. I'm listening to him. Off the top of my head, I can't even remember all the music that I listen to. But yeah. I'll try to put like the stuff that I've been listening to up on the screen because sometimes it's all over the place. But yeah, that's just kind of like a scoop of what I got going on right now. Okay, so that will be it for today's video, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any more questions. But yeah, I want to make some more content with you guys. I'm gonna try to stick to posting on the IG. But also I want to do some maybe weekly videos if I have the time. Or maybe just some story times if you're interested. Let me know what y'all want to see on this channel. And yeah, see you guys next time. We out here.